When a guy calls you and spends their credit on you, they really like you. Don't have secret friendship. I don't have relationship with friends that their spouses are not my friend. Everything about God is in the plain and in the open. So should yourself be. I had a guy during my youth service, and I kind of like the guy-ish, but not really so much. So all of a sudden, he was calling me every day, checking up on me, spending time. And back in the day, when a guy calls you and spends their credit on you, they really like you. That was like a love language, because it was very expensive to load up credit. And then the telecommunications had this thing: you can't spend more than a particular amount of money. If you do, they will tell you that you've exceeded your credit limit for the day or something like that. It was just a very weird, very, very constrained time in the country. And so this uncle would take time out, call me every day, find out how I'm doing, check up on me. We were gisting, we were talking. But I knew that he was dating a sister of my friend. So this one, I was in church. I was at the fellowship. We're having a good time. The Holy Spirit said, so let's have a conversation with you about you and that uncle. I was like, but I'm worshiping you. He said, it's me you're worshiping. I'll be good. So let's have a conversation about you and that uncle. Let us call him Greg. Let's have a conversation about you and Greg. What is going on there? I said, we're just friends. We're just talking. He's in a relationship. I know. I hope you know that you're having an emotional affair with this guy. And sometimes God will drop the bomb on you. You now feel very, very small. You don't feel very small. You just feel small. Like God just reprimanded you in the cutest way. And you just feel, oh. And so God said, I hope you know that you're having an emotional affair with that man. And I was like, it's not an emotional affair now. At least we haven't said anything about our feelings. Are you catching feelings or not? Well, it's not that I am actually catching feelings. I've always had feelings. So what are you doing? Are you catching feelings or not? You are telling him things that you would want your boyfriend or your significant other to know. What do you think that is? It took me a few, I don't know whether days or weeks, to actually sum up the courage. And then I asked him, I said, are you still dating your girlfriend? And he said, yes. I said, this is wrong. We can't be doing this. So I said, what was the problem? Guess what he confessed? He was trying to propose to her, and he wanted to find out if he was making the right decision. I said, so I am your litmus test. Chai! I was your litmus test to find out if you were right. I said, Ogbeni, don't call me again. Go. Guess what? They got married 6 months later. Yes. They got married 6 months later. Why? Because I put a stop to that emotional affair. What would have happened is he would have proposed to her, still be taken from me. Then I'll wake up and see their wedding pictures all over social media. And it will have totally broken my heart. There was another one that happened to me. This one, married man. Yes, married man. So he was like, his wife, they are not sexually compatible. They're not this compatible. They're not that compatible. I should give him 1 year. I said, I should give you 1 year to do what? To finalize everything and start the divorce process so that you and I can be together. I said, so I should give you 1 year of my life as what? Side chick. For you to decide. So we are going to be having an affair. I won't touch you. I won't have sex with you. But I just want you in my life. You make me look. I said, okay, I've heard you. As he was going, the Holy Spirit said, I said, sir, you have been teaching me and I'm listening to you. I'm just going to block him. So I blocked him on all social media platforms. Guess what? You see that wife that he wanted me to give him 1 year of, they relocated together out of the country in 1 year. So what would have happened? I would have been another shock absorber to a man feeding off my emotions, telling me he loves me, collecting all the beautiful things that I had to give, receiving boyfriend privileges and husband-to-be privileges without actually having any intention for me. And then I would have just heard that, oh, X person has relocated to X with his wife. Ha! You people should be fearing God, though. Because honestly speaking, I don't understand. And when that happened to me, I noticed that it was a pattern. And sometimes these things are patterns that you don't know, because you give out this vibe to single people that you are emotionally unavailable to them. You are definitely available to someone. So if I am unavailable to single men, I am available to people that don't want to be with me in future. So I started saying that I am unavailable to married men. I am unavailable to engaged men, men that are in a what they call this, complicated relationship. Yes, those ones that need to be finding litmus test up and down the whole place. I am unavailable to all this kind of men. I am available to men that want to settle down. I am available to men that want love, that want to love me, that want to respect me, that will take care of me. And I stopped attracting those kind of men.